Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome back to the World of Warcraft. Now with the World of Warcraft Legion expansion right around the corner, there is a little bit of downtime. And I'm using that downtime to level up all of my professions. Now this is going to be my main character in World of Warcraft Legion. It's going to be a Blood Elf Mage, my very first real Horde character by the way. But with the level 60 to 100 character boost, I got my professions, my primary professions for nothing as well as first aid. Now I recently spent about 10 hours or so getting my fishing up to 700 as well, and today it is time for some cooking. Now I obviously saved all of the fish that I managed to get while getting my fishing to 700, and I gutted all of it, so I'm left with a bag full of flesh. I can't quite cook it yet, however, because I first off need to get the Joy of Draenor cooking recipe. Apparently it can drop off of pretty much any mob in Draenor, so these guys have a relatively high drop rate chance, but apparently they can all drop it. Now I already killed one just now, let's have a look. Nah, apparently they all have a chance at dropping it, and in particular these Bladespire minions right here in the top left of Frostfire Ridge have a very high chance. So I'm gonna be killing those for a little bit and hope for... Is this it actually? No, this requires tailoring. Interesting. But hopefully one of these guys can give me the Joy of Draenor cooking so I can actually start cooking the flesh that I got in my bag right here. I guess I'll just sort of kill whatever I can find. Oh, this guy is significantly stronger than the others. Oh, I got it! The Joy of Draenor cooking. Sweet. So it teaches me Draenor cooking as well as some basic recipes. So what I can do is teach myself the Joy of Draenor cooking, and therefore I'm gonna be able to level up all the way to 700. But more importantly, I'm gonna be able to use the flesh that I got in my bag right now, if I'm not mistaken at the very least. So there we go, yeah, exactly. So we are currently level 1 out of 700. Apparently, or at the very least so I've heard, getting cooking all the way up to the max level in Legion is relatively straightforward. So we got food of Draenor right here. We got some fish dishes that I will be able to use. I got a heck of a lot of fish. I'm not entirely sure how, cooking in the current expansion works, by the way, but I guess we'll figure it out together. But first off, I got one more thing to show you in Orgrimmar. Now, while leveling up fishing, I met a guy known by the name of Felwar, who plays on the same server as I do. And he told me that if I want to get level 700 cooking, I'm probably not going to have enough flesh with me just from leveling up fishing. So what he told me is that I can join his guild temporarily and take any kind of fish that I need from the guild vault, which is stupidly nice. But furthermore, he also said to me that he will leave me a bunch of gifts in the material tab, which is, where all of the fish is going to be located. I'm not entirely sure what to expect here. He sent me a message in the game. I already read it the other day. But let's have a look. Apparently they're on the right. There we go. Yeah, look at that. He actually left me a mount as well. He said that he would leave a couple of things right here in the right column. The Hexweave bags first and foremost. Wow. Are those like the best bags in the game? So my current ones are 22 slots. I can just take those? I feel really greedy doing that. Oh my god. And apparently he left me a mount as well. The Coalfist Gronling. Oh, that bag is way bigger. They're actually made by him. Look at that. Made by Felwar. Well, would you look at that, I all of a sudden got way more room, and then he also gave me a mount apparently. Now, he messaged me about these sort of things, but I hadn't checked it out yet. The Coalfist Gronling teaches you how to summon his mount. Okay, I want to use the item. Apparently, it's worth a lot of money. So I just used the mount as well, and look at this thing. That is so cool and very, very nice of him. So thank you very much, Fular. Definitely wasn't necessary, but thank you very much for all of that, nice support. You know how some YouTubers have like a PO box and they do like a mealtime episode and all that sort of thing? Apparently, I don't have a PO box myself, but apparently we got something like that going on in WoW. And I gotta say, I actually kind of like it. Anyhow, I think it is time for us to get started with the cooking. So first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and put out a cooking fire. There we go. At which point, I should be able to get my grilled saberfish as well as saberfish broth. I mean, both are recipes for 4 servings. So this one will give us health over time, and this one will give us mana over time. You know what? I don't know. I guess I'll start off with 25 of each. Now this should level up my cooking very, very quickly. There we go. We actually get 5 levels every single time. That's insane. And we're also... What is this? Oh. We also are getting a bunch of other recipes. I did do a quick read up on how cooking works in this expansion. I wasn't entirely sure what to make of it, however, but apparently you unlock more recipes over time. By just simply cooking stuff, you will be gaining more recipes that you then can use as well. You can see, every single time I'm cooking something right now, it seems to almost always unlock a scroll. Well, not every time, but at least every now and then. Okay, so that is a whole bunch of them done, and I'm already at 126 cooking. That was very, very quick. I've heard that apparently it's not that difficult, but As long as you have the actual materials for it, apparently it's not that difficult. And right now, I can learn a lot of recipes as well. And while I may not have, you know, everything available here yet, I'm in particular interested in the fish dishes, because as you can see, they all give me a heck of a lot of level ups. Like, they all give 5 level up each. And I got so many fish remaining, or so much flesh remaining. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cook whatever I can, right? I guess I'll start with the ones I don't have as many of. I don't know if they are any higher level. All of them are in the orange, so apparently all of them grant me 5 level ups, which is a lot. But I guess I'll get 6 fat sleeper cakes as well. So we are now a journeyman cook. I heard this was easy. I didn't know it was gonna be this easy. As long as you have the recipe and all the food for it, apparently this levels up stupidly fast. Look at the level going up. In particular, compared to the fishing that I literally just now finished, this is freaking fast. I mean, the fishing took me like, what, 10 hours? And now I'm just allowed to sit here, I don't even need to touch the keyboard or like do anything. And I'm just leveling up. Well, as long as you have the stuff for it. And look, we're an expert cook as well. Alrighty, so I once again have a whole bunch of recipes. In particular, fish dishes seem to be very, very helpful, as, you know, I obviously got a lot of them. But now we also have unlocked a couple of delicacies, as well as a feast of blood. A feast of blood? What does that do? Recipe for 4 servings. And it feeds up to 30 people in your raid. Okay, so learning a new recipe once again. Apparently it gets a little bit more difficult to get new recipes after a while, but I mean, I got so much fish remaining. I can just make 429 grilled saberfish. I mean, that alone is already going to be enough, right? But anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and just get some steamed scorpion up in here as well, just because we can. And with that, I'm already a master cook. We're already halfway done. And I haven't even used remotely to half of the food yet, or half of the flesh. We're a grandmaster cook. We got skills to pay the bills. We're a grandmaster in 3 of the primary, or 3 of the secondary professions right now. Hey, apparently the most difficult thing is to not click away here. I think I'm just gonna be able to get all my steamed scorpion, and therefore I'm gonna be at the max level already, right? At the very least, very, very close to it. Well then, this is turning out to be far easier than I had anticipated. We're an illustrious grandmaster cook now. So, long story short, apparently all you need to do is level up fishing and then cook said fish into, you know, fish dishes after you get the Draenor Joy of Cooking recipe. And once you manage to do that, it'll just keep on going and you will be able to just easily grind your way to 700. I still have a couple of sets of steamed scorpion ready to go. It should just barely not be enough, right? Am I crazy? Or it might just barely be enough. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, the grilled saberfish right now is starting to turn green. You know what? Maybe before they turn, you know, gray, maybe I should go ahead and make like a couple more of those. That was the most difficult thing thus far. I didn't realize that those at some point wouldn't be giving me consistent level ups anymore. You can see, even though we're making 6 of them each right now rather than 4, it isn't leveling us up, at least not very fast anymore. Maybe like the cutoff point where they don't give you any experience anymore is gonna be like, say, 650. It shouldn't really matter though, because I can still make 12 sets of steamed scorpion, which is gonna give me 60 levels in total, right? That alone is already going to be enough to get to the max level. I was anticipating that it might be a little bit more difficult. I'll just go ahead and make the last 12, right? And I think with that, we're going to have... Oh, well, actually, they all turned... Yeah, I was right. At 650, apparently a bunch of them turned yellow. I should have just done the grilled saberfish first. I would have had plenty of meat left over. Right now, I may actually just barely not make it. Because right now that they're yellow, it's only giving me a single level up. Wow, I could have easily done it, as long as I got the saberfish done first. Oh well. Minor mistake, I suppose. Now that they're gray, they don't give me any XP. I'm pretty sure that 2 stacks of either of those is enough for 40 levels, right? So once again, huge shout out to the people that let me use this, because apparently they've got more money that they can spend anyway. Because apparently they could just randomly give me like 10,000 gold, which is a lot of gold. At least for me it is. But with that, I think with 2 of those stacks, we're going to have everything we need. You know what? We'll do that in a second. I guess I can also just make a couple of feasts of the waters, which is going to be one of those feasts we can create. There we go. And that should level us up all the way. Well, hey, I need one more. Really? Oh, I was gonna say. And that should level us all the way up to level 700 with Draenor cooking. Not bad at all. Now what I am going to do is obviously put in the fish that I didn't use back into the chest, but I'll make sure to, you know, add some additional things to it as well, just because, well, hey, I am probably not going to use this. Actually, apparently there's no crescent saberfish flesh in here at all, so you know what? Here, I'll be a nice guy. I'll give you guys a whole bunch of stacks, because I got way more than I ever can use, and I mean, you've been stupidly generous to me. There we go, I even tidied all of it up, so now it looks a little bit better once again. And with that, I mean, we already got to 700. I anticipated it taking way longer, but apparently once you have the materials, it becomes relatively straightforward. But with that, I'm gonna have to make sure that I put all of the stuff that I have over here that at least sells for a reasonable amount, right? That I make sure that I put that in the auction house. Now, many of the things I just crafted apparently aren't really any good for selling over here. Some of them are pretty good, apparently. I don't think they're really gonna sell though, but we'll put a bunch of stacks up in there. But for example, this steamed scorpion that I made a whole bunch of, it vendors for about as much as it auctions for. Apparently the fat sleeper cakes are alright though. And then other than that, we'll sell the rest right here to the innkeeper, right next to the auction house. This all, you know, will probably not sell. I mean, some of it could have potentially been sold with a very minor profit, but it's gonna take far too much time, and I mean, quite frankly, I'm not really in the mood for it. And with the final bags that I have over here, I will make sure to put those in the actual bank that I have. So this way, I'm going to be able to store a whole lot more stuff. So that is another profession finished up. Now sadly, I don't think I'm going to be able to get archaeology all the way to 700 before the Legion expansion will hit. So I think we're gonna have to give that a try by the time Legion is here. And we'll level it all the way from like 1 to, what will it be, like 800 or so? But anyhow, for the moment, this is where we're gonna settle. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't already, do make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more future WoW content, in particular, once Legion is available, I'm gonna be uploading a ton. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. And I'll see you in the next one.